What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to do a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 342. This is an epic showdown with Spawn, Greenworld, Heaven, Hell. All of it is unchained, unhinged, and it's going down like crazy. Brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. So previously on Spawn, Hunt and Spawn infiltrate the science labs of Heaven in search of a cure for Hunt's sickness. So back into the Green World about 3 hours ago, the Navigator heard they were discussing parliamentary matters when she, Nyx, fell into some kind of weird trance. And Jim Downey's like, man, is she okay? And they're like, wait a minute, it's too dangerous to disturb her in this state. So wait, but their wait isn't long. So when Nyx comes out of the trance, Jim Downey asks if she's okay. She's like, I'm fine. But the dead zones aren't, giving us a foreshadowing what's happening right now. The dead zones, they've been opened, and the rage from those who've been waiting so long, they're out of control. Hell, near the Tower of the Screams, factions have already been chosen. Sin, Barbados, they're all going to work as they unleash war because Sin wants the throne of Hell and he wants to rule it. But right now, Cataclysm has that throne right now. But enemies have been targeted, it's going down. Barbados, who is Sin's advisor because you tried to blackmail him earlier about, you need my alliance and you need my allegiance to get the army you need to take on Cataclysm. He gets impaled to the back by Cataclysm's son, Averon. And Averon's like, nah, bro, were you trying to escape? You haven't earned my mercy. Barbados begs him to stop. But guess what? He gets saved by Sin as Averon gets blasted in the back by Sin, formerly known as Cagliostro. So your father must think very little of you to send you here to die today, says Sin. And Averon's like, nah, man, you're the dead man, Sin. Did you even notice the importance of this place? Its history, says Sin. He effortlessly takes him out, claps back at him, and pummels him to the ground. And Sin's like, let me educate you. Several miles from here is the site of what was once the largest necroplasm reservoir in Hell, a reservoir that for centuries provided enough necroplasm to power every Hell spawn in Hell's army. But that extraction process was also releasing necroparticles into the air that contaminated much of the third realm. And even though the reservoir is now dry, the air is still filled with its residue. Alright, a residue I've been absorbing since the moment I arrived here. And he punches him through the chest, Invincible style. I mean, even though Invincible is the Image comic, you gotta appreciate the artistry right there. Barbados gets up, limping. Well done, my lord, Sin. I don't know who betrayed us or who ratted us out to Averon, but I swear to you, I'm gonna root them out. And Sin's like, nah, you're wounded. And Barbados like, yeah, I've seen better days, but don't worry, I'll be all better once the medic arrives. Well, tragic for you, says Sin. He won't arrive in time. Your sacrifice won't have been in vain, though I suspect Averon's assassination of you and Vantis should help convince the wavering viceroys to join my side. You should have never tried to blackmail me earlier, Barbados. Now that head is mine. I wish we had an editor's notes on what issue he's referring to, but yeah, Barbados is like, you need my help, and if you try to kill me now, which you could, nah, bruh, you're gonna need my help for this. But Sin is like, nah, man, I don't need you for this. I want to be the only one. So meanwhile, in Heaven, the Purifier Citadel, Korvax finally completed synthesizing the antidote for Hunt. And Hunt's like, are you sure this is gonna work? This is gonna cure me? Well, relatively, says Korvax, but I noticed something strange while downloading the Citadel database. It seems Demon's Bane poison isn't fatal as he injects him. What, says Hunt? Yeah, it makes his target delirious, weak. It severely weakens him, but it doesn't kill him. Well, why would someone infect me with something like that, says Hunt. And this angel who got hurt in the battle that ensued, or that happened before, tells him, you have no idea what you've done by coming here today. Says Spawn. He's trying to stay alive, just buying some time. Maybe. But this was all planned. You were fools. You were lured here to open the dead zones. And Spawn's like, when I leave, I'm locking them again, so don't worry about it, bruh. Too late, says the angel. They're unlocked for good, says the angel. You can't undo that. And we've been limited in the number of warriors we could send through that before. But by coming here, you've permanently destabilized them, giving us the power to finally be able to launch a full-scale invasion into Hell. There wasn't a bridge between our two domains before. There is now, in all this war between Heaven and Hell. Angels from Heaven are going into Hell and unleashing war and battle. This is brutal right here, and I'm loving it. And at this very moment, a staggering buildup of warriors are pouring through every dead zone. They're able to bypass Earth altogether, sending our entire forces directly into hell to begin their ambush. So the angel puts the dagger in the back of Spawn. We have you to thank for that. So Korvax uses his drone in the sky. He's like, yep, he's telling the truth. And Spawn gets pissed. How did you do this? Oh, that's the best part, says the angel. It's because of Hunts. Hunts are creatures of chaos, abominations that were never supposed to travel through dead zones. But when you brought him through one, a destructive chain reaction went off that was built up until each disrupted each of the dead zones, and it messed everything up. That's why he was poisoned. He was needed as bait, and you took it. Reverse it now, says Spawn. The dead zones don't belong to you anymore, says the angel. You've lost. Spawn gets pissed and rips him to shreds with his chains. And Spawn has to regroup himself. He's like, I have to close his portals, man. Once again, I have to close the portals again. And I have to leave you here to do that? I will. Han's like, okay, fine, go. Do you have any idea how many lives will be lost because of this? Well, hey, hold up, bro, says Han. Don't pin this on me. You're the one that knows everything. How'd you miss something that big? You know, don't be putting it on me. I don't do it like that. I was just trying to get a cure, but you're Spawn, you know. That's enough, says Korvax. Heaven's forces are on their way, so if you want to get any hope of getting back to Earth, I suggest you join me at the teleporter. So back to the war in hell, where all these angels are trying to cleanse the universe of hell's existence. Blood spills as each hour passes, and both sides are thinning out their ranks, with each fallen warrior being tossed into the abyss for the damned, until the day someone attempted to turn the tide. And when he arrives, Sin is pissed, and these angels know, everyone knows, it's about to go down. Sin, formerly known as Caliciosa, has amassed too much power. A day that will scar hell forever. But you know, we'll see how this war is going to turn out, because this is going to be crazy. So by the end of this particular battle, casualties had already been reached into the thousands as heaven's forces sweep across the kingdom. The Battle of the Screams, as it became known, was one of the rare instances when hell succeeded in repelling its invaders. Death to them all, says Cataclysm. No matter what side the demons had previously vowed loyalty to, in this battle, all were united by the end. For Cataclysm's followers, the world before the invasion would no longer matter, because in times of crisis, it had been Sin, not their king, who would come to defend them, to protect them, very strategizing for Sin. So after the battle, after they had their short but temporary victory, but they know their victory is going to be spreading, there's going to be more fights to come, Cataclysm tells Sin, we've already received messages from support from several local lords looking to join in on our cause. We have the makings of a formidable force with Barbados and Vanta's armies now at our disposal. It'll only grow in the coming weeks, says Cataclysm. Good. No point in hiding any longer. Cataclysm already knows our plan, says Sin. And heaven? What about heaven? Does their arrival change things? Nah, says Sin. It complicates matters, but I'll find a way to turn it to our advantage. For now, savor today's victory, Cataclysm. Its memory will fortify us for the long, grueling road ahead. Our enemies, we know, will attempt to use everything at their disposal to try to stop us. But rest assured that in the end, each of them, one by one, will fail. At which point I will take my rightful place on Hell's throne. And though this is a banger of an issue the way this ended right now, because I don't know what Spawn's gonna do, I don't know what Nyx of the Greenworld's gonna do, Cataclysm ain't got no army, Sin's about to look like he's about to rise to the top, and everything is just all up in the air, and who knows how it's all gonna come down and connect the pieces here. So this is an amazing story. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. This is probably one of the best issues of Spawn I've read, in my personal opinion. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. Also, links in description if you wish to add this comic book and or some of our other Rated Comics exclusives to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. Lastly, this review is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, link in description or donate to the super thanks. But the greatest compliment you guys could do is by liking this video and subscribing to Rated Comics YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.